What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the RC News, episode 25. We try to do this every week. And this week, a bunch of new kits. Some pretty cool other doodads. Let's get into it. Okay, so after staring at this thing for a bit, it's starting to grow on me. Reefs has come out with a new body called the Plague. Clearly a comp crawler body. I don't know. I first didn't like it and then stared at it from the side view, and I really like how the fenders, the hood, and the cab kind of come together. If you see here, I think it's the back end that throws me off a little bit, but you know, it's a comp crawler, so it's going to be hacked up and as trim as possible. Yeah, I'd say you're buying it for the front end, not the back end. And the price point, you know, Reef's first body, pretty cool. One step away from making a chassis. What are you going to do next, Reef? Oh boy, this is big news. Associated is back at touring car racing. So we announced this a little while ago. They kind of did a sneak preview, what's to come. So it looks like it's the TC 7.2. They left off with the 7 several years ago, and now we've got the 7.2, and I'm really excited about this. It's coming in at a price point of $499, so that kind of blows a lot of the other competitive touring cars out of the water, and we'll see how competitive it is. And I wonder if anybody on the team will be running this, so who knows what's to come. It's just super good that you can now get what seems to be a competitive touring car for an, you know, kind of an entry-level touring car price point, really. And it's got a bunch of new upgrades, new lightweight rear diff, new lightweight front spool, and a whole bunch of other doodads. So yeah, go check it out. I'm not sure if it's a limited run first or if they'll come out with something more fresh in the next year or so. Yeah, I'm kind of stoked to see how this all plays out. Touring car world associated. I don't ever remember Racing doing bodies. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, they've got a Lancer body. It looks pretty rad. Comes pre-painted in a box. Comes with wheels, and you can accessorize it pretty good too. It says they're pre-builded, so maybe it comes clear version and pre-painted version. We'll see. I only found it on their website, so can't order direct from their website, so I can't really tell. But yeah, it's kind of going along with the whole killer body kind of theme. Maybe not as detailed as one of those, but it's still pretty nice. So yeah, if you're doing a rally car build, check this thing out instead of your standard Tamiya body. It's the same size too, so something different. It looks like Tamiya released a Peugeot 306, and it's based on the BT01 chassis. I'm starting to like these BT01 releases. They've been doing quite a few of them lately. This Peugeot is awesome though. It's just nice that it's something different than the typical TT02 chassis releases. Just something different. It's nice. If you want something to rip around in a parking lot, I'd definitely look at this thing. Throw a nice little brushless system in it and it'll be a rocket. Speaking of rockets, Hobbywing has come out with the G4R Bandit 13.5 and 17.5 motor. Just a refined version of the G4. These motors are super fast. I've used the 21.5 turn. They just keep refining these and pulling every little bit of performance out of them. So there's nothing, you know, some of these motor companies will have like special edition ones where they've been handpicked, you know, ceramic bearings, what have you. These are just, you know, high production motors, and they're awesome. Definitely check one out if you're into touring car racing or you're into carpet racing, buggies, and you know, you want to try something different. You haven't tried anything from Hobbywing, check these things out. They are, like I said, they're rockets. And I love when ProTek comes out with new tools. Now they've got a soldering iron. Nice little 80 watt unit. Look at that. I wonder if it's made by, you know, one of the bigger brands, obviously Weller, you know, somebody like that. I want to try this thing out. I don't know, ProTek, if you're listening, amen. Just a loser over here with a small RC YouTube channel, but throw a guy a bone, throw a guy a soldering iron. I'll review it. They make a jig too. It's an older product, but pretty cool. It's really annoying trying to solder connectors and what have you without a jig, so it's nice to see. And another new product they came out with is the carbon fiber setup board. Quite large. Fits in potentially in the back of your ProTek pit bag or other various bags with the same size pouch. It's always good to have a nice setup board. $169.99, very flat, and just a good surface for setting up your car. Look at this. Mazda 787B from Tamiya is going to be released. They've been doing these Le Mans style cars lately, releasing them. And this thing is beautiful. You can get this in Mini Z version too, but 10 scale. This is nice. It's nicer than the Porsche. I feel it's nicer than the Porsche they came out with a little while ago. That's maybe a hot take, but whatever. It is what it is. This is pretty awesome. Xray released the new version of their XB8 Nitro Buggy. Looks like it's finally out and, you know, testing's complete. Many refinements. Typical Xray fashion. The website has a plethora of information, so definitely go check it out. Here's just a bunch of pics. These are dark pics. Why did they do that to me? But yeah, it's definitely a nice buggy. Typical Xray quality. I think Dakota's won a couple races with it already. And yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with this thing. If you've run every other 1/8 buggy out there, this would definitely be one to take a look at. It's not like they change everything. Some of the parts are interchangeable from year to year. I bet you it's really fun building one of these with all the nice spring steel and their beautiful shocks and super high qualityness. Yeah, I don't know. My next 8th buggy probably be an Xray if I was to get one. Now jumping on over to the 8 scale on-road world, electric 8 scale that is. Serpent has come out with a new Viper 990E. It looks so nice. Man, Serpent is just one of those companies that just keeps kicking. You know, they even had like a really strong run in 10 scale carpet too for a while there. So yeah, it's a nice looking unit. The lay down shocks. The Viper is kind of one of their classic cars, so they just keep refining it. That's Mr. maybe Viper himself. I don't know. Mr. Serpent. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's go check this thing out. I love the quick release wheels too. Every time I'm at an 8th on-road race, these things are super cool. If you ever get a chance to go watch one, definitely do it. The Nitro versions are 2 speeds, so you get to hear them wind up in the back straight. So fun. And these electric versions are crazy fast. They just sound ridiculous going down the straightaway. They can hit crazy speeds. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe build up one of these as a ultralight speed run car too. What do you think of that? Anyway, that's the new Serpent Viper. US 635. That's not bad. And why am I wasting your time with these little idler shafts for the B7 associated buggy? It's because they're magnesium. I think it's kind of awesome and kind of hilarious. The stock ones are 0.88 grams. These are 0.33. So if you're a gram counter and you've upgraded almost everything, titanium screws, maybe you're racing carpet, stock, and you want a lightweight advantage, especially rotational mass, get these magnesium idler shafts. Brought to you by Avid. Okay, everyone. Thanks for stopping by the RC News. This is episode 25. Try to do this every week. Kind of hard. News can be hard sometimes. Not a lot of news out there. Gotta dig. We're at a beach again in Tofino. Gonna walk down a trail here and take you out onto Long Beach. It is a long beach. It's very long. Anyway, happy everyone's enjoying the news, and I really appreciate anybody who subscribes. I'm almost at 1,000 subs. Just an arm's reach away. So anybody that can help, tell all your RC friends. We'll see you next week, everyone. Thank you.